Can you smell the desperation in the air? Here we are, deep into the NFL offseason, and the San Francisco 49ers are sitting on a mountain of salary. Cap space, $45.6 million to be exact, while their championship window continues to tick away, like a time bomb. The question isn't whether they should make another move, it's whether they have the courage to make the right move before it's too late. The 49ers find themselves in a peculiar position that would make most NFL executives break out in a cold sweat. They've got enough cap space to sign a superstar, enough talent to compete for a championship, and enough pressure to make every decision feel like it could define their legacy. Yet here they are, with training camp approaching, still searching for that final piece to complete their puzzle. The wide receiver crisis nobody wants to talk about. Let's start with the elephant in the room that's been stomping around Levi's Stadium all summer. The wide receiver situation. If the 49ers trade away Jauan Jennings, they're not just losing a player, they're creating a gaping hole in their offensive arsenal that could derail their entire season before it even begins. The names being floated around as potential solutions read like a who's who of former NFL stars trying to recapture their glory days. Amari Cooper, once a legitimate top-tier receiver, has clearly lost a step but brings Hall of Fame caliber productivity to his resume. The question is whether 2 years of decline can be reversed by a change of scenery and Kyle Shanahan's offensive genius. Then there's Keenan Allen, whose bigger body and route running precision could fill the Jauan Jennings role perfectly. Allen might not have the speed to burn defensive backs deep, but his ability to find soft spots in coverage and make contested catches could be exactly what the 49ers need in crucial moments. Nelson Agholor still has some explosive plays left in his tank, though he's clearly destined for a WR3 or WR4 role at this stage of his career. But here's the kicker that should have 49ers fans losing sleep. Demarcus Robinson's November DUI arrest looms over the entire receiving corps like a dark cloud. If he gets suspended, the depth chart becomes frighteningly thin, turning what should be a strength into a potential weakness that opposing defenses will exploit mercilessly. The defensive end dilemma, pass rush or bust. The pass rush situation presents another fascinating decision point for the 49ers front office. With proven veterans like Jadeveon Clowney and Zadarius Smith still available, the temptation to add immediate impact must be overwhelming. Smith particularly makes sense given his experience in wide-nine schemes and his sustained productivity over multiple seasons when you're trying to get to quarterbacks like Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Russell Wilson in the playoffs. Having a veteran who understands how to win battles in crucial moments becomes invaluable. The safety position offers even more intriguing possibilities with Julian Blackmon and Justin Simmons still on the market. Simmons, a four-time second-team All-Pro, represents the kind of ball-hawking ability that can transform a defense's entire identity when you consider that he'd be playing behind a defensive line potentially featuring Nick Bosa, Leonard Floyd, and Javon Hargrave. The interception opportunities could be astronomical. The hidden gem. Secondary concerns, however, the most pressing need might be the one that's been hiding in plain sight: cornerback depth. The harsh reality is that, if Diamador Lenoir or Renardo Green goes down with an injury, the 49ers are essentially screwed. Trey Brown hasn't proven anything at the NFL level, and the depth behind him ranges from unproven to non-existent. This is where Asante Samuel Jr. enters the conversation as a potential game-changer. The former second-round pick with NFL bloodlines has shown consistent playmaking ability when healthy, recording double-digit pass breakups in his first 3 NFL seasons. His neck surgery and injury concerns are legitimate red flags, but sometimes championship teams have to take calculated risks on talented players. Samuel's recent social media workout video, showing him doing conditioning drills on sand, suggests he's serious about returning to form. In a pass-heavy league where one defensive back injury can expose your entire secondary, having someone with Samuel's ball skills and pedigree could be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. The championship window reality check. What makes these decisions even more critical is the undeniable reality that championship windows don't stay open forever. The 49ers have built something special, but time is not on their side. Every season that passes without a Super Bowl ring is another year closer to having to rebuild rather than reload. The $45.6 million in cap space isn't just numbers on a spreadsheet, it's ammunition in a war for championship relevance. Other teams are getting better, younger, and hungrier. The 49ers can't afford to sit on their hands and hope that their current roster is good enough. When evidence suggests they're 1 or 2 pieces away from being truly elite, the risk of standing still, perhaps the most dangerous move the 40 could make, is no move at all. In the NFL, standing still while your competitors improve is essentially moving backward. The Kansas City Chiefs didn't rest on their laurels after winning back-to-back Super Bowls. They continued to find ways to get better. The Buffalo Bills didn't stop trying to improve after reaching for straight AFC championship games. They kept adding talent. The 49ers front office has to ask themselves a fundamental question. Are they building for the future or competing for championships now? With players like George Kittle, Trent Williams, and Nick Bosa in their prime, the answer should be obvious. These are the years when you push your chips to the center of the table and bet on your ability to win it all. The perfect storm of opportunity. What makes this situation so fascinating is how multiple needs have converged into a perfect storm of opportunity. The wide receiver market still has quality options available. The pass rush help they might need is sitting there waiting for the right phone call. The secondary depth that could save their season is one signature away. Brandon Scherf remains available as a Pro Bowl caliber interior offensive lineman who could solidify their protection schemes. When you have a quarterback like Brock Purdy who's shown he can perform at an elite level with the right supporting cast, investing in that supporting cast becomes not just smart but essential. The moment of truth. The 49ers find themselves at a crossroads that will define not just their 2025 season, but potentially their entire championship window. They have the resources, the foundation, and the opportunity to make moves that could transform them from playoff contenders to championship favorites. The question isn't whether they can afford to make another significant signing, it's whether they can afford not to. With $45.6 million burning a hole in their salary cap, and a championship window that won't stay open forever, the pressure to act decisively has never been greater. Every day that passes without action is another day their competitors get stronger, their veterans get older, and their window gets smaller. The 49ers have built something special, but special doesn't win Super Bowls. Superior does. And becoming superior might require one more calculated risk, one more significant investment, one more move that separates the pretenders from the champions. The clock is ticking, the money is available, and the talent is out there waiting. The only question left is whether the 49ers have the vision and courage to seize this moment before it slips away forever. So what's your take on this high-stakes chess match? Should the 49ers be aggressive with their remaining cap space, or is patience the better strategy? Which position do you think needs the most urgent attention? Jump into the comments and let's debate what could be the most important offseason decision in recent 49ers history. And make sure you hit that like button if you're as invested in this championship chase as we are.